That's a lot.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 37 of the Geek Perspective, the movie review show. I am your host, Roy, and along with my co host, Derek and Tom, today we are reviewing Star Wars Episode 5 The Empire Strikes Back. What is up, everybody?
What's going on, Roy? What's up, Derek? How you doing today?
I am dead tired. Long
I-
day at work.
Good, tired. So, I want to jump on this right away. Tom got me a new toy, a new pop. The Vader Lights and Sound.
Okay, here it is. But we did kind of saw him last week too. But
When we're doing Star Wars, I think it deserves a reboot. It's so
it is badass.
cool.
I think the base lighting up like that is so cool. Like that,
I think that's the coolest part. I think, you and I agree on that. That's the coolest part, I think.
it is definitely cool. And like I said to you off here, I believe the light and sound Kylo Ren is coming out soon, or has dropped. I believe it's the only one right now in the Star Wars that's going to be a light and sound. There was the other one I showed you, the Rick and Morty with Rick on the toilet. That's going to be a light and sound. So,
And if that happens, I will definitely be getting that.
yes.
The Vader Lights and Sounds is so freaking awesome. Oh, I'm drinking out of his Jason Voorhees. I'm jealous.
My favorite
So
one.
jealous.
My favorite one.
I kind of want the Han Solo in Carbonite, but it's kind of like a weird shape, though.
Oh, really? I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, it looks cool. It's black.
Huh.
It's kind of like weird.
Is it because it's not like a straight wall kind of a look?
It's
a,
not
it's a
round because it's like
or it's like a round. Is it like
it's
an
not
oval?
square.
Is it an
It's
oval?
not oval. It's like a rectangle
Okay,
almost.
that makes sense. Oh, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
it kind of makes sense, So it's to it, but I was like, But also, Derek and I have discussed this. Crisis on Infinite Earths has started, and poor Tom doesn't watch the show, so he has no idea. But it was really good, and we won't get into it now. But it was a really good couple of days.
Lots of surprises.
Lots of surprises. It was crazy how many surprises.
Surprise as far as like cameos, action, stuff.
And maybe after it's over, we'll do a review on it. We'll see how it goes. But yeah.
Sucks we gotta wait till mid-January to watch it.
I know. It's a pain in the ass.
They should have just made it a movie. Or 5 movies.
That's a pain in the ass. So everybody ready for Christmas?
Oh, yeah.
I went Christmas shopping on Thursday and I spent $80 on myself instead.
Good man.
Yeah.
New pops.
That's always what you should do, is always buy yourself something.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Roy? You got your Christmas shopping all done, or?
I'm almost done. I think I need a couple more things. I have something coming Monday for my sister. And after that, I think I'm almost done. It's not like a lot I need. I think gift cards, some cash for somebody. But other than that, I think I'm pretty much set. Now it's time to start wrapping. I bet I'll probably go do it.
For me, like I know what I'm getting. I just need to go get them.
Nice.
Whenever I have time off from work, whenever that is.
All right, for everyone who's listening to our show or watching the show later, make sure you like and subscribe. Click the little bell so you stay informed on when we go live or when we release new content. And make sure to comment on this video. Let us know what you think, how the reviews are going, comments, whatever. Just let us know. And make sure that you're actually still subscribed, because YouTube sometimes deletes your subscriptions. I don't know why they do that, but it's YouTube for you. They do whatever they want. So
The
make sure
government
you
told them to.
hit that bell. Make sure you subscribe. and enjoy the show. And Derek, what are we reviewing next week?
Next week, we are going to do a holiday movie,
Ooh.
but we're not going to do Christmas. We're going to do Chanukah. We're going to do 8 Crazy Nights.
From who?
Adam Sandler, the
man
Sandman.
himself. He
Such,
is the
such a good film. Can't wait. Speaking of Adam Sandler, they're saying he is very, very good in his new movie. That new movie he's got coming out, Uncut Gems. Who knows? His early Oscar clock for his performance.
really.
He said if he did get nominated, he's going for the win. So,
Is this a serious movie by him or?
I believe it's got comedy in it, but it's more of a serious movie. I don't know too much. I know it has to deal with diamond theft or whatever, Uncut Gems. But I don't know too much about it. But I'm hearing he's very, very good in it. Very good.
Very cool. Very cool.
Is this a Netflix movie?
I think it's going to be in the theaters. I don't know who's producing it or not. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know too much about it, but
Okay.
All right. Well, let's get into our review of Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. So, what you guys think of the movie?
this is my favorite of the ones that I've seen. I always have to put that disclaimer in or that with that. But of the ones that I've seen, this is definitely my favorite. It's very, very good film.
All right, so like I was saying off air, like I fell asleep again halfway through. I should probably stop watching these Friday nights and pick a different day when I'm more awake. But this was also one of the ones like I've seen more clips from, like on seeing it on TV. So I've pretty much seen most of the movie. I'll say like 90% of
Oh,
it.
Jesus.
Definitely more action than the last one.
Oh, without a doubt. I like Tom. This is my favorite movie out of the series. I love them all. I like them all, but I love this one. This one is my favorite, and Jedi is my second favorite. But let's get into this, who was involved with this film. It was directed by Irwin Kershner, produced by Gary Kurtz, screenplay by Lee Brackett and Lawrence Kasdan. The story was by the great George Lucas himself, and the music, the great, great music of these movies, Mr. John Williams, who is the man, by the way. And it was produced by Lucasfilms. It was released on May 21st, 1980, with a runtime of 2 hours and 4 minutes. 4 minutes. And a budget of $23 million. The box office was over $538 million. That's amazing.
So how many billions would that be in today's money?
$45 billion. The richest people on the planet.
Damn.
And we all know who's starring in the movie. Mark Hamill played Luke Skywalker. Harrison Ford played Han Solo. And it's Han, not Han. Just all you losers out there. And the late, great Carrie Fisher played Princess Leia. And Billy D. Williams as Lando Calrissian. Anthony Daniels, who was C-3PO. I haven't met him yet at Comic-Con. He's been there a few times. I still haven't met him. David Prowse was Darth Vader. Kenny Baker was R2-D2. The late, great Peter Mayhew was Chewbacca. And Frank Oz was Yoda. Some big names in there. And it's funny. Not a lot. Oh, Yoda. There's Yoda. Yoda the man.
Is that real Yoda or baby Yoda?
Oh, Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda is coming. I almost heard. It's coming. I'm telling you. All right, so we reviewed.
Oh, we got Leia up there now.
The great Princess Leia. Princess One of Leia. And the first movie, the Death Star was destroyed 3 years earlier. And the Rebels have set up a new base on a planet called Hoth, which the first half hour of this movie, it takes place on Hoth. And it's my favorite part of the movie And I think a lot of it is that one, I love snow, and I think two is the white background to all the colors of all the stuff. I think that it makes everything pop.
Mhm.
So I love the whole Hoth scenery. It's pretty badass. But meanwhile, while the rebels are on the Hoth, Darth Vader and the Imperial fleet are hunting them, trying to find out where they are. So they send out probe droids across the galaxy trying to find them because they have no idea where they are. You would think Darth Vader, with all his powers, he could locate them, but I don't know. I guess that would end the story, I guess, pretty quickly.
You wouldn't need a minion if you did that.
That is true. It is true. So let's talk about Hoth for a minute because I just love Hoth. Hoth is a nice planet, and I said earlier I love the snow scenes. The battle scenes are amazing. Special effects part of this movie is amazing, and a quarter of this film, it's hard to believe, takes place on Hoth. Over 35 minutes. 35 minutes. That's a long time for. I mean, it's a mixture of scenes, but essentially,
Would you fair to say that Luke Skywalker was unconscious for half of that
he
time?
was. He was. Yes, he was. So basically, the movie starts off with Han Solo getting ready to leave because he has to pay back Jabba the Hutt for the bounty. And if you watch at the very beginning, Princess Leia, did she not look pissed when she was getting ready to leave? You see her face.
The beginning of resting bitch face.
Yeah, she was pissed. Like every time I watch this movie, I always forget that. Then when she turns kind of glares at him, I was like, "Oh, dude, you fudged up. You fudged up big time." So anyway, so I thought it was funny, and when they're going to the tunnel, the ice tunnel, I guess you call it, they were fighting all the way down the ice tunnel. So that was kind of funny too. They're picking up like an old married couple. Remember that? So while they're doing all that, Luke is out doing a scouting area, and he gets captured by a Wampa. Wampa just bitch slaps him, knocks him off I can't remember what it's called, the animal he was riding, and captures him. And this is while he was investigating those action of those droids landing on Hoth, trying to figure out what they were, what they were being used for, blah blah blah. So he gets captured, and it's one of the first real scenes of him using the lightsaber in the Force. And do you remember? Like, did you like? For me, when I was a kid, seeing that and him first using the Force and the lightsaber, I was like, "That's badass." Like, how did it make you feel when you first saw it the first time?
I was surprised because I don't remember in the first movie him using the Force to like grab stuff or have
Right.
stuff come to him.
Right. You were still trying to figure it out at that point.
But I guess when your life's in danger, that's the Kickstarter for everything.
The big ass smelly creature's going to eat you. I guess you're thinking things up pretty quickly. What do you think, Tom? Well, what was your first recollection?
God, well, when I first saw it, God, I being so impressed. I mean, yeah, we're going back. I mean, that type of stuff. And seeing that in a movie was kind of mind blowing when I was young. You know what I mean? As a younger kid, and rewatching it, it's still cool. You know what I mean? I mean, it definitely doesn't have the effect that it did. Seeing it for the first time, and
the first time for anything,
Yeah, and when you're young too, so it's just like and being like you're not as aware of how things are done and made, and and film and stuff. So yeah.
Well, you are a Star Wars fan, somewhat.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite character in this movie? Like who would you gravitate to? Mine was Luke. I was always a Luke fan right off the bat.
I've never been a huge Luke fan. It's funny. Never really been.
I hear a lot of people say that. Me, I just gravitated toward him for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think. It's like characters in the Star Wars universe that I've always been intrigued by, or that sort of like I've wanted to know more about, would be like Lando Calrissian, and I've always, and I think it's the way he looks, but I've always seen 3PO has always been one of my favorite characters for some reason. So that, yeah. So he's always been one. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to think about. I'll get back to you on that because I gotta actually think about it.
When you think about back up with the story, this guy asked. It's always an interesting question when I ask it. I like to see what people think, who they gravitate towards.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Luke escapes from the Wampa Beast. So while he's wandering Hoth in the middle of nowhere during a blizzard, apparently, and basically becoming hypothermic, the Force spirit of deceased mentor Obi-Wan Kenobi comes up and tells him to go to Dagobah. And I think that was kind of funny. The dude's on the verge of death, and Obi-Wan's like, "Yeah, you're fine. Go to Dagobah. Take a trip." And it's like, okay, that makes a whole hell of a lot of sense. And the reason why he wants him to go there is because they want him to train under Jedi Master Yoda. So, but before that can happen, they get word back at the base that Luke hasn't come back yet, and you see Princess Leia's all like, "Ooh," and she's all sad and lonely and pining for Han, I should say. So Han, being the good doobie he goes out in search for Luke, finds him. And what did you guys think? I love the scene where he basically puts him inside or next to the Wampa by cutting him open with Luke's lightsaber. I'm like, that is so disgusting. Like, would I to survive, or would I be like, fuck it, just kill me? I don't know.
I was just a little disappointed they didn't really show. He's like, I'm going to build a shelter, and then you just don't see the shelter. Like, what did he build in the snow? I want to know.
And you know that if you build an ice cave, that contains heat really well, but he has split seconds, I guess. I don't know. So he puts him in the inn or next to the Wampa Beast until they're rescued the next day. Now, what do you guys think of the creatures in this movie? The special effects creatures?
Like the ones that they were riding?
Yeah, the ones they were riding, the Wampa Beast. The quick little view of his vehicle.
I thought that was cool, and I thought the thing that attacked Luke, it looked like the abominable snowman from the Rudolph movie. That was my first impression of it. Like the bomb.
Sorry.
It was called an abominable snowman.
He kind of looks like it, yeah. What were you saying, Tom?
When you think about when this movie was made and the effects, they're pretty freaking amazing. You know what I mean? For when it was made, and I watch that now, and I'm sure kids, that were born in the early 2000s and stuff watching now and like, oh my god, they thought that was good special effects. You know what I mean? But in reality, they're really damn good. And I mean, yeah, we've come a long way in the 30, 40 years since, but I still feel like they hold up. I really do. I feel like they hold up pretty damn well for, early 80s, when this came out. So
is a special film.
Yeah.
A special series. I mean, the first three, which we can do someday maybe, that's a whole different story. But 4, 5, and 6 are pretty amazing.
Yeah. They were at their time as far as like the graphics and the stuff that they were doing.
There was nothing or very little that was ever existed at that time. So back to the story. So meanwhile, one of the probe droids actually alerts the Imperial fleet where the rebels' location is. So the Empire launches a huge attack using AT-AT walkers. Some people call them AT-ATs. I call them AT. I used to call them AT-ATs when I was a kid. And as I grew up, I call them AT-AT walkers because it makes more sense. And, this basically forces the rebels to evacuate, and I love these battle scenes on Hoth. It's funny because you watch the guys running, the rebels, and like the laser fires, and the person just jumps up in the air like he's been shot. It just, I just find it amusing. Like I said, it was 80s special effects, so it's kind of like, it makes you smile. I love when people get shot in the snow. They kind of just like jumped up in the air, kind of fell. So Anyway, Han Solo, Princess Leia, C-3PO, and Chewbacca decide, let's get the hell out of here. And they escape in the Millennium Falcon. And they head into an asteroid field because Han Solo's a genius and figures TIE fighters, they can't survive in an asteroid field. So that's what they do. They go into the asteroid field and hide in one of the big holes, I guess you'd say.
Craters.
Yes. Crater. Thank you, Crater. So as of this point, what have you guys thought of the movie so far?
I like the fight like you did,
Yeah.
but I'm also laughing because
Right.
like everyone keeps making fun of the clones for not being able to hit their targets.
Yeah.
Like those AT walkers are like giant and you can't
Yep.
hit them either, and they're moving in slow motion.
And it was cool because they showed it from inside the AT-AT walkers. And I always forget that they show you from that scene, from that point of view. And it's like, you can hit them? Really? You suck that bad? You know? So I think, holy Jesus. So during this time, we all know that Han and Leia get closer. And during all this, which I found kind of odd too, Luke just leaves. He's like, you know what?
I'm going to Dagobah.
I'm going to Dagobah. You're all running for your lives. I'm going to go this way, okay? So you guys go that way. I'm going this way. And I'll see you on the other side. As he basically abandoned him.
Follow his vision.
Come on. That's kind of odd, don't you think? He just abandoned him. What do you think about that, Tom? He abandoned him.
It's hilarious. I mean,
Go ahead.
no, go ahead. I lost what I was about to say, so give me a second. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and he abandoned him. He just took off, and he never did shit for it. Never got backlash. Nothing. He's just like, bye bye, see ya, and just leaves.
Now is that
It's not like the other ones were looking for him either.
Right. Yeah, I know. He's something up. Who cares? He's a young kid. He'll be fine. What were you saying, Tom?
I forgot what I was going to say. Sorry.
So, if you think of it, let's just jump in. So
Yeah.
Luke and R2 travel to Dagobah,
Yep.
and he crashes his X-wing, which another thing. I'm like, really, dude? And he ends up meeting Yoda, and at first Yoda's like, "Who's this loser? I'm not gonna train him." But Obi-Wan's like, "Dude, you gotta train him. Let's train him." So Yoda decides to teach Luke about the Force, and Luke keeps failing. He's doing goofy things. He's being a punk, and at one point, Yoda wants to lift this X-wing out of the swamp, and he's like, "Oh, it's too big. It's not possible. It can't be done." So Yoda, in my personal opinion, flips him the bird, lifts him the X-wing out of the swamp. See you little.
So you're saying
bleep.
he's lifting it with his middle
Yeah,
finger.
pretty much. Like, I'll show you a flip, you bastard. And he lifts it up, and he's like, "Oh," you know. So again, when you saw Yoda do that, that's like a yes moment, you know, to me. I was like, what a badass. Leave Luke there. Yoda can go fight Vader, and we'll be all good. What do you guys think about that?
At this point, he probably could do it, but
I'm telling you, I would have rather had him at that point, because Luke wasn't looking very tough at this point.
No.
Like
Yeah, pretty much. Big whiner.
See, I that's my like. It's funny because you were talking about how you gravitate towards Luke. Like, I feel like through all the movies, he comes across as whiny. It's like
Ryan Jedi.
I feel apathetic towards him. Not, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why. I know he's like the movie it's about him, but I don't know. I just don't gravitate towards Luke at all. I gravitate towards like the secondary and tertiary characters more so than Luke for some. I mean, I gravitate even more towards Leia than Luke for some reason. I don't know why. I find them to be kind of wholly unlikable.
My thing with him is it's a coming of age story, essentially.
Yeah.
It's almost like they dragged it out and made it too tough for him at the beginning. Like, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's this day and age I'm thinking of, but it just took him a long time to get to the point where it was like, all right, he's ready to fight Vader. Because through this whole movie, and like I said, I'm a Luke guy, and I was a Luke guy. I'm like, he's gonna get his ass killed. There is no way he's gonna beat Vader.
Leia's
means
more
Vader,
ready to
he's
fight. Leia's more ready to fight Vader.
Right?
Than him.
Yeah, I'm like, he's screwed. How Chewbacca? I take Chewbacca over Luke Skywalker at this point, you know?
Yeah.
But speaking of Chewbacca, after invading the Imperial fleet, the Falcon goes to a floating city called Cloud City. It's a gas planet on Bespin, and it's such a cool planet. Cloud City is pretty awesome. And Cloud City is actually run by Han's old friend, Lando Calrissian, one of Tom's heroes. Yeah, a young Lando anyway. That part from Solo, the movie, which is horrible, by the way. But it's not horrible, but it's not
not what you thought it would
it's
be.
not a Star Wars level movie. I thought the acting was better than I expected, but that's another story. We'll get into that some other time. But I need to get the older Lando. I need an older Lando from
See,
Star Wars.
Yeah, these are all, by the way, I don't know if it was said earlier. These are all Roy's pops. He's the big Star Wars fan. Yeah, Lando.
Goldblum, too.
You dog in Solo. I really like Solo. So the movie.
Hate
But
it. If it was an average a movie, not a Star Wars movie, I would have liked it a lot. But for a Star Wars movie, I was kind of like, But maybe we'll review it at some point. Who knows?
did
But,
we already reviewed Solo.
Did we really?
Did we? I
Yes.
don't know. It.
When?
We do. I watched that before you. God, that was one of our earliest movie reviews.
I didn't watch it.
Well,
Was
I
I watched
show that you weren't here for, but we did it.
Yeah.
I know because I watched it for you. Why else would I have watched the whole Solo?
we discussed it. Or you guys discussed it.
I don't know. I'm not worried about it anyway. I'm probably wrong. And I'm not even drinking. I need a drink. Anyway, so they're on Bespin, on Cloud City, in Bespin. And they run into Lando. Lando's like, hey, how you doing? Happy to see you. Da, 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 da. Well, it turns out Lando betrays them, sets them up, and turns them over to Darth Vader. Did you guys see that coming? Could you see it coming?
I didn't come in until it was too late, like Han Solo did.
I mean, I didn't see it coming the first time, but there's definitely hints, and in the way the character is. I mean, granted, the first time I saw this movie, I was really young, so I don't think I picked up on those hints, because now it's like, having rewatched it, it's like, how did I not see that come? You can see it. He's, just the way he's, he's the suave guy, but he's kind of a dick too. So
that's his character,
Yep.
He's much like Han. He's a gambler. He's a smuggler. That's just who he is. And what did you think about when he opens the door and Vader's sitting at the table? I was like, oh, it's getting real now. Yeah, I was like, what? That was an awesome scene. It's like the Last Supper. Like, they're screwed. So Vader's plan was to lure Luke there and capture him to try to turn him to the dark side because he wants Luke to be a bad guy just like him. So while Luke is training on Dagobah, he has a premonition that Han and Leia are in pain and they're suffering and they're all going to die. And so he just quits his training, like a hero does, but quits and abandons his training to go help his friends. Now, Luke has a premonition and he hears them suffering. Do you think Vader sent that message, or was the Force sending Luke the message? What do you guys think?
Maybe it was both. Like maybe Vader was trying to. You said he was trying to lure him out, so using the Force would be the way to do that. But at the same time, maybe the Force was trying to make it like in pain instead of like what he actually did to him.
What do you think, Tom?
I'm confused at what Derek just said.
Oh, it was like they were both contradicting. Like maybe the Force was trying to like make it like they're just suffering, and like Luke's not too late, but he's too late.
Okay.
Less confusing than me.
That threw me for a loop. I thought I had thought it was Vader, but maybe I gotta rethink that now. Derek just blew my fucking mind. I mean,
I thought growing up and watching the movies, I just took it for granted it was probably the Force sending it to him. Like Vader wasn't involved. But after watching it the other night, I'm like, wait a minute. I'll bet you Vader sent that to him to say, hey, I'm torturing your people. Get over here. Do something about it.
Maybe if I reference it as like maybe like a Harry Potter thing with Harry Potter and Voldemort, like they can get into each other's heads. Harry does it accidentally,
right?
But Voldemort does it on purpose. So maybe it could have been Luke accidentally getting into Vader's head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, kind of.
That's clearer than my last one, right?
Yeah, definitely clearer than definitely.
So, Vader's master plan was to put Luke in some suspended animation in carbonite, which I still think is pretty awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
And I can't remember who it was, but someone said to him, hey, look, we don't know if he'll survive this. So in Vader's great wisdom, he decides to use Han Solo to see if it actually works and see if he'll survive. So he figured he'd be the test subject and see what happens. So Boba Fett wasn't happy by this because he's like, dude, I got to turn him over to Jabba, thank you, Jabba the Hutt. He can't be dead. He's like, yeah, I'll compensate you. Don't worry about it. So then
Jabba the Hutt. I love Jabba the Hutt. Just throwing that in there. I love Jabba the Hutt.
Is Boba Fett was more afraid of Jabba the Hutt than Darth Vader.
Apparently. I'm like
making sure I understand that correctly.
Yeah, didn't make sense to me either. And
that's the one thing, Derek, that as we review more Star Wars, there are some holes that you just kind of got to look past. And all of it, I think Roy can attest to this. Throughout every movie, there's holes, and you just got to kind of smile, grin and look the other way.
Yep. It's kind of like the mass murder in a horror movie always appearing in front of you, but he's 5 miles behind you.
Yeah.
Think about it and like, oh, okay. Yeah.
It's just one of those things.
So Vader ends up double crossing Lando and decides to take Leia and everybody else with him anyway, where Lando was going to keep Leia and them with him. And he was supposed to just take Luke and Han Solo, but he was like, nope, I'm taking everybody. Screw you. So when Lando is escorting Leia and Chewbacca to Vader's ship, Lando decides to double cross Vader, which I can't imagine that ever being a good thing. And they end up turning back around and trying to stop Boba Fett from taking Solo, because you got to save the love of Leia's life. There, you can't let him be sent off like that. That's crazy.
I don't know. At the beginning of the movie, it looked like it was Luke. He got the kiss.
Yeah, the kiss.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Don't worry.
I'm seeing that in your notes. Yes, the kiss.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that. So Luke finally ends up arriving finally after all this, and he gets into a lightsaber duel with Vader, which I think is an awesome fight scene.
Yeah, that's
the dark with the red and the blue. It's just so cool. The special effects, so awesome. And Vader, what's that?
I just said after that scene, I remember being a kid and just wanting a lightsaber so bad, like a real lightsaber, not a toy lightsaber. I wanted a real deal because I was just gonna go fucking chop people up, man. Fucking that's it. Yeah, they were so cool. They were so cool growing up.
Yeah. So Vader ends up cutting off Luke's right hand, and it happened to have his lightsaber, and it's like, Oh bleep, he's screwed.
Mhm.
Now with no weapon, Vader attempts to tell Luke, "Hey, join the dark side. It's a much better place. We have fun."
There's cookies.
There's chocolate chip cookies. And Luke accuses Vader of murdering his father. And then we all know the shocking revelation that Vader reveals that he is Luke's father. Now, when you first heard this, did you believe this? Because I remember being a kid, and that was the big debate. Was he really his father? Did you guys believe it?
I did. I did as a kid. Now,
I feel like something you don't say in the middle of a fight unless it's real.
That's a good point. I never thought of it that way.
so what does he really say? Because I know that's been like the debate for like 30 years. The lines, "Luke, I am your father," but he doesn't actually say, "Luke, I am your father." What does he actually say? In these
Look,
movies?
I am your father.
What?
He says, "Look, I am your father."
Yeah. Okay, I'll look it up because
Yeah.
it's been a debate for like 30 years that like he didn't. The line's some similar, but those aren't the exact words. It's I'll look it up.
Sure. So anyway, Luke doesn't believe him, and he decides, you know what? I'm going to commit suicide, and he just drops down the air shaft beneath the floating city, and he hangs on an antenna. Now, I don't know. Dirk's might have cable. You know, they cut the cord. They have antennas in Cloud City. They don't have cable. They lost cable. And Luke holds onto the antenna, uses telepathy to reach out to Leia. And she senses him. And that's when you get the first inkling, wait a minute, I bet you she has force powers too. But why? So she gets Lando to turn around and head back. And they're like, oh, well, I don't know. So they retrieve Luke. They get chased by TIE fighters until R2D2 finally gets the Millennium Falcon's hyperdrive to actually work.
So
I
found the quote. So
Right.
everybody thought it was "Luke, I am your father." That's pretty much what we thought it was for the past 30 plus years. It's actually, "No, I am your father." It's not Luke. It's
Okay.
"No, I am your father." I thought it was it was even more different than that, but I guess that's it. So it's "No, I'm your father," not "Luke, I'm your father." Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
That's fine. A little history for us. So R2D2 gets the hyperdrive working, which R2D2 is like one of the best characters. I love R2D2. I actually meant to bring one. I have a big R2D2 about this big upstairs. I meant to bring him down here and put him on the table. But they would join the Rebel fleet, and Luke gets a severed hand replaced by a robotic hand, which I thought was so cool. I'm like, I want a robotic hand. And Lando and Chewbacca end up leaving to go in search of Han Solo. So you can kind of tell that what the next movie is going to be about. And how do you guys think about what you guys think about the ending?
Well, I mean, like it makes sense for Chewie to go that way, but I'm guessing Lando went after Vader double crossed him, and then he's like had this revelation of like, oh no, what did I do?
Well, yeah, he owes him now. No, he has to go looking for him.
I was kind of surprised Leia didn't go with him too.
Was that?
I was surprised Leia didn't go with him too.
She had to take care of her boyfriend Luke. Her boy.
She didn't seem to care about him when she left with Solo.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna take off. Well, she knew he was gonna take off and abandon him, so at that point she didn't care. So do you guys have any quotes that you like in this movie?
"No, I am your father."
At first I thought you were just gonna say no.
Well, I have some quotes. These quotes have been like classic to me. And here's a little to Chewbacca. Laugh it up, fuzzball. Come on. That's a good quote. That was a good quote. And land to Han Solo when they were were they in the frozen tunnel yet? I don't know. But she says, you stuck up halfway to the scruffy looking nerf herder.
I think that's when they're leaving the Frost planet.
Hoth?
Yeah.
What did Han Solo say to her? Scruffy looking? Is that what he said? Or nerf herder? He didn't care about the half-witted
He said scruffy looking Nerf herder. What is that?
Yeah, right. And then the Yoda to Luke, try not, do or do not, there is no try.
I like
Try
that
to say
one.
that 5 times. I dare you.
That one, that's a classic line there. God, people have been reciting that one since this movie's come out.
Yep. And then the Obi-Wan quote to Yoda, that boy's our last hope, and they go, there is another. Now, did you guys have an inkling of who that could be when he said that? Like, who's the other one?
I had no idea. I'm not, because I'm not that big into the Star Wars universe. I'm not gonna lie and say I foreshadowed something. No, I had no idea.
Can we kind of jump and spoil the next movie or not really?
I'm sure everyone knows
Okay.
who it is.
I'm just saying the first time I had,
I think it was Leia. And then when I was watching the film, I was like, what if he meant like Rey from the new movies? And then I realized
I don't think they could have
they
jumped that
weren't
far.
even, that wasn't even a thought of process back then. So it had to be Leia.
What if he meant Yoda?
Baby Yoda.
maybe,
And then the last one that I liked was the Force is with you, young Skywalker, but you are not a Jedi yet. That was a cool line.
I feel
Vader to Luke Skywalker.
like that was fatherly advice too. Like you got the potential, you're just not there yet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come join Daddy, and we'll take care of you.
We'll give you a cool costume and a mask.
All right, now let's discuss a couple of these scenes that stand out.
yes.
The first one, Tom wants to discuss the incestual kiss between Luke and Leia. Now, I know we didn't know at that time.
Nobody knew
who
at
they
that
were,
point.
right? But come on, it wasn't a peck on the cheek.
No, it was not. No, it was not.
Man, you watch it now, it's like, ew, that's your brother. Hello.
Well, everybody knows that now. But again, like you said, like at the time of that movie, nobody knew that.
Right.
But at the same time, when you watch that scene play out, anybody could have been there, and she probably would have just kissed them. But
No,
no,
she would kiss Luke. She wanted them. She wanted Luke.
I think she wanted to piss off Han at that moment.
And one of my favorite, but I wouldn't doubt it.
How about his reaction after he's just like,
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, cool." Like, oh, Jesus. One of the cool scenes that I really liked was Vader when he used the Force power to choke that dude out, and while he's choking the guy out, he's like, "Yeah, now you're in charge." He's choking that guy out. Can you imagine being the other guy that's in charge? Like, holy Jesus, don't mess up.
Yep.
thinking, if you can do this, why the fuck are we here?
You're right. Like, why aren't you in charge? And then, of course, the battle scene on Hoth with the A-Wing fighters and the AT-ATs, that was awesome. And like I said, I love snow scenes. I love all the battle scenes on Hoth. It was just, that movie just like, oh. And the movie just kept going from there. Like it didn't slow down. Like Hoth set up the movie and it just kept going, you know. And then again on Hoth, nothing that stood out to me anyway, was when Vader was entering the base and he's going through all the snow tunnels and the background of the white and the Vader's black outfit, that looked awesome. That was pretty badass.
Can't contrast any more than that.
Nope. Did you guys have any ones you liked?
Well, I mean, the kiss scene always just sticks out, and I'm glad you had it in your notes and you brought it up just because, man, I don't know, like for such a great film, that one scene almost sticks out for me a little too much. You know what I mean? Like, just because, what our thoughts and feelings on brothers and sisters kissing, which is pretty gross, and it should be, we should think it's gross because it is gross. Right. So that scene always sticks out to me. And then, of course, when he loses the hand, that's just
an iconic moment.
Yeah, that's why it's funny you say iconic because that was the word that was just coming out before you jumped in. It's so iconic, just that him losing the hand. I mean, that scene holds up 30 years later. It's still a great piece of cinema right there.
Well, I think it's like the three scenes that stick out for me was like one, like the fight on Hoth, the Darth Vader and Luke fight, but then also like Lando's betrayal.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. I was like, oh, well, that's not cool. But again, you shouldn't see it coming.
Yeah, it's one of those.
One thing that, go ahead.
I was just saying, it's one of those you don't see it coming at first, and then when it happens, you're like, "Oh, I should have seen that coming." So
Yeah, again, that's another one of those scenes that's like, damn it, I should have known that. Now, one scene that like I always forget about that when I see it, it's like, oh, that's crazy, is when Luke's on Dagobah, he goes into that area, and he sees Vader. Him and Vader start dueling, and he cuts Vader's head off, and then the head's around, and then it opens, it explodes and opens up, and it's Luke's head in the Vader helmet. That was pretty like, whoa, what's that all about? And then you add the fact that what Vader said, it's like, what's going on there? And I thought that was like a hidden prophecy moment kind of thing. That's what I thought.
yeah, it makes sense.
So, what do you guys give the movie for a rating?
Well, like I said, it's my favorite that I've seen of any of the Star Wars. I give this movie a good eight, anywhere from 8 to 8.5, 8.5. It's a really good film. Loses some points just for plot holes that we've discussed, and it's one of those things that like you have to accept the plot holes if you're gonna, and sit down and enjoy the series. You have to accept there's going to be plot holes, and but that said, I mean they are still holes, so it's gonna deduct a few points, and then the incestuous kiss scene I think takes away a few points from me. So,
But see, that's like you're not supposed to know their brother and sister in that movie.
What you done?
I was gonna give it an 8 too because like I like the pace of the movie. It was more action. I feel like the story was a little bit better than the first one. Like it was more like, oh, they're getting more evil. Is this gonna be the one where they have the big fight?
what about you, Rod?
Well, so Derek, you give it an 8, and
Yep.
Tom give it 8.5. Well, I'm going to give it a 9.5.
Nice.
Oh, he's getting
And
close.
the reason why I do that, like Tom said, there are little holes, and not everything fits exactly the way it should. But the movie is just such an iconic movie, and there's so much good in this movie that to me it outweighs the stupid little like it doesn't make sense kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably no, it's not probably. It's my favorite non-horror movie of all time.
Nice. Wow.
If I was going to say what my 2 or 3 greatest movies franchises of all time, one is going to be Friday the 13th, Halloween, and Star Wars. They're my 3 top things in history. And you can put them in any order you want. It doesn't matter to me. It's like 1A, B, and C.
Yep.
So that's what I give it. And everyone out there that's watching, if you watch this video later, if you're watching still later when you watch the video, let us know what you think of this movie, what you rate the movie at.
Yeah.
And next week, yeah, definitely. Next week, Derek, what are we doing again?
Oh, we're gonna do 8 Crazy Nights from Adam Sandler.
And Derek's gonna have some 8 crazy nights to get the next movie review. What about you, Tom? You gonna have 8 crazy nights?
Yeah. Crazy night at work. That's my life. Some crazy life.
Tom's got a crazy night.
Yeah. Yes,
All right,
sir.
guys. Yep. Any last words for the people?
No, but you should check it out. Like Roy said, if you have anything you want to say, please comment on the video. Or if you have movies that you want us to review, we say it every week. You have something you want us to review or even just discuss. please do. Either leave a message here or find us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. We're on all social media. So interact with us. The more you do, the more we will make what you want. So
Exactly. Any last words, Derek?
Just everyone stay safe during this final holiday rush at the stores.
One more week left of shopping.
I was gutting to like 5 car accidents the last 2 days. Like
People-
people just
people
pulling out
crazy.
and like stopping in the middle of the street for no reason.
People can't drive. People are psycho. All right, guys. I want to thank you all for watching. For the people that are watching us live today, thank you very much for tuning in. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Comment on the video. Let us know what you think, what you want us to review. We want to hear from you. For Tom, Derek, and myself, have a geeky, great day. See ya.
thanks, guys.